Hi, welcome, hello. I'm Vince. I'm also here with...
your host, other host, special. I don't even know my title anymore. It's been a while.
Hey Kyle, how are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It is episode 192. 192. I feel like I've hit that phase in every podcast where you just kind of say the amount of episodes you have every week, and it's just like, oh, I've been doing this a long time. Hi.
Yeah.
How are you? I hope you guys are well. Some stuff we got to talk about this week. Not as jam-packed as last week, but knowing who I am and my luck, Josh Sawyer is going to be like, yeah, we're working on it. Like, when I wake up, I'm going to see it. Just because I record in the middle of the week. Real quick, last week I said I might have had a sinus infection. I'm like 90% sure I had COVID. I went for a test, took the test, everything came back negative, but I would wash the dishes and be like super tired. I would, I live like a few blocks away from a grocery store, and I had to order groceries, and that made me feel like a schmuck because I couldn't I normally walk to the grocery store. And I ordered my stuff, and just taking my groceries from my car to my fridge, I couldn't breathe. My lungs hurt from, I would step outside and it was like, you might hear it if I laugh. I'm very wheezy. I want to apologize now if that's troublesome to some of your ears. But yeah, I don't know. There's a pandemic still going on. The world's on fire. How about yours? And it's not getting better. Kyle, there's actually something I want to talk to. I'm going to segue into it now because you sent me the thing on Twitter that Sony is not going to be selling PlayStations in Russia.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
It's a weird situation.
Silver lining, try to be positive. I see it as like, hey, maybe some of my friends have the opportunity now to get PlayStations. I hope people don't take this as an incentive of, hey, there's a 10% higher chance I can get one, I could flip it. I just don't see what this is going to do to hinder the military of Russia. Yeah,
there's a lot of weird things. Like, we're not doing this with Russia, and it's like, but you're just hurting the people who live there, and not the man who's destroying everything.
Yeah, I saw something.
Putin's not going to go like, oh shucks, my PS5's not going to get here.
He's just, he's in the Kremlin like, gosh darn it, how am I gonna play Elden Ring now? How am I gonna play the Demon Souls remake or Ratchet? There's a Twitter post I saw. I'm not gonna be able to find it. It was days ago. That was this dude was a Russian streamer, and he's like, hey, Twitch, thanks for standing with Ukraine on this one, but now I can't eat this month because they're refusing to pay out Russian creators.
Yeah.
If you guys are in that part of the world, I feel for you. Adidas said they're not going to be sending tracksuits anymore, Kyle. Tracksuits? It's like the uniform you got to wear when you're out there. I don't know. I think it's silly. I think the whole thing is not the whole thing is silly. I think hurting the Russian people is silly who don't have any part in this. I don't want to talk about this too much longer. Just because I know that you're probably, if there's two things you're seeing on your social media feeds, if you're in the States at least, is gas is too much money and this. So I don't want to talk about it all that for too long. But guys, I did something bad. Kyle, I don't know if you're going to be able to forgive me for this one. I did a really horrible, nasty, atrocious, just unforgivable thing.
Oh?
I started playing Fallout 76.
I mean, I hit the point of I don't care about it anymore. I do whatever. I
have a friend who wanted to play it. We both have Game Pass. He was like, hey, I like Fallout, but I've only really played 4. And he knows who I am and what I like. So he's like, yo, let's play 76 together. And I was like, let's do it. Let's just do it. Guess what? It still is broken. It doesn't work. I can't tell you the amount of times I've shot a scorched and they just kind of stood there and took it. You have to hit level 20 before you do anything, which is sad. And I thought it was level 10. Whenever I see the Brotherhood, it is on site because they don't belong there. It's like this running joke that like there's this tavern called the Wayward that's kind of like the intro to all of the like the talking news stuff that's like post like vanilla game, and there's an outpost of 2 Brotherhood people, and as soon I'll just run up there if we're waiting, like we're trying to figure out what we're doing. I'll run up, kill them, and run back. The Brotherhood do not belong there. Maxon would not have wanted that.
You're a kill on site kind of guy.
On site. It is on site. It's just the Brotherhood. Like when the quest time comes, I'm not doing Brotherhood quest. I'm against Brotherhood. I will go Raider. Like, and what's really funny is not haha funny, but like we'll play. Like right now, you remember the Nuka Shine thing we did?
Yeah, that was towards like the end of where we.
Yeah, you were done.
Yeah.
And I remember they added that in later, but I just redid that part of the game, and my buddy's like, "Oh, this is kind of cool. Like, we're making a drink out of like Nuka-Cola." And I sat there. His name's Josh. I'm like, Josh, Nuka-Cola doesn't drop. It doesn't come out until like October 23rd, 2077, like the day the bombs drop. That's why you find small caches of it in the Capital Wasteland. How are these people making Nuka Shine pre-war with Quantum? Like, there's these little things that just... That's like Bethesda made that lore. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not even like it's the Fallout Bible stuff. Like, it's not even like it's Fallout 1 and 2. It's stuff they made.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, well, Nuka-Cola and the Brotherhood sell, so whoop. Like, but hey, there's no jet. So that's cool. Super mutants are there. I don't know why. But yeah,
there's no jet yet.
There's no jet yet. I don't know. I want to play it. The lore today is from 76. I want to play it because it's a part of my favorite series, and I'm not playing it, and I feel like I'm being left out, and like I feel like I'm, how you have that one friend who's like, hey guys, like he's kind of schlubby and like he's kind of frumpy and like he doesn't contribute much to the group, but he's our pal, he's our buddy, he's our guy. So I feel about 76. He's the homie, but like, like don't bring him around the girls, like, for lack of a better term. Like, and it's just, I feel like I have to play it. Like, I don't know why. Like, I just have this... Like, I keep seeing, like, people who go to thrift stores, and it's, like, thrift store finds, and they're finding, like, the Fallout 4 Special Edition, or the 76 helmet, or, like, the Pip-Boy, and I'm just like, oh, God, I need more of it in my life. Because, like, I love this shit. But it hurts to play. Like, Kyle, imagine if Assassin's Creed came out tomorrow and was like, wait, hold on, stop. The Templars are now the good guys. Like, how would you feel?
It would make sense in some parts.
Kyle, you're not helping me. I don't know enough about Assassin's Creed to make these analogies, but still. So there's something that I saw, Kyle. I don't know if Kyle, you've been playing Elden Ring, right?
I have, yeah.
Could you give it a review in like 10 words?
In 10 words?
Yeah, 10 words or less.
I enjoyed. I love it. I'm going to keep playing it. It's great.
Kyle, I regret to inform you that was like 11 plus 1. 13 even. I have to take away your good boy coin, Kyle.
Sue me.
So there's like a thing that I've been seeing that like now that Elden Ring's out, everybody's shitting on Skyrim. Have you seen this?
Have you seen this? You know what I'm talking about? A little bit about it, but no.
I've been seeing it on Twitter, and I just like is it fair to judge a 10-year-old, an 11-year-old game against or Yeah, an 11-year-old game against a game that came out 2 weeks ago. You think that's fair? Because I don't.
I don't either. I don't think judging a totally different type of game to a different type of game is also a thing.
That's valid. I didn't think of that. Yeah. You wouldn't compare The Binding of Isaac to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
That's a valid point, Kyle. We can move on to the next topic now. Because you won. Like, that makes perfect sense to me. I didn't even think of that. Because to be fair, I don't know a thing about Elden Ring. I started playing Bloodborne, and let me tell you, that game drains fun out of me. I ran in front of a lever for at least 5 minutes going, why can't I pull the lever? Why can't I pull the lever? Why can't I pull the lever? And then I pulled the lever after not being prompted to hit a button. So, I get those games are for, people on Reddit.
That's just on you.
No, Kyle. Nay.
If you have to be prompted to pull a object that you know that will probably either open a door or do something.
But Kyle, I ran around the lever for 5 minutes and never once, and I'm hitting. It doesn't tell me what the fucking action button is. It doesn't well, I know that now, thank you. But it doesn't tell you, and I'm walking up to it and I'm looking at it going do you want to work? Do you want to do something? And then I'd run around and I'd come back and I'd be like, oh shit, my cable's not long enough. I'd be like, are you ready to work now? And then after just kind of... I have a question for you. Yeah.
When you went to this lever, did you stand on the side of it or in front of it? Were you thinking that it's a lever you stand on the side and pull it sideways? Or
are you going to think less of me if I say the side?
That makes sense then, because it doesn't prop until you're in front of it. That's
exactly, but that's what's bullshit, because I'm running from both sides. So you would think I'd have to go in front of the lever at one point, and it would say press X to use the lever.
I don't know.
All I'm saying is if I was applying to be Yzma's henchman and you took the footage of me playing Bloodborne, I wouldn't get the job. High five to the 3 people, including Kyle, who got that one. Kyle, how's driving been going for you?
All right. Not bad.
There's something that, have you been doing it more or less? About the same?
It's about the same.
So there's something that I've noticed. I drive a truck, right? Mm-hmm. I'm one of those people. I drive a truck. Because I drive a truck, and it's a little bit of a bigger vehicle, I park in the back of parking lots, right? Now, Kyle, you're a smart individual. You're a handsome young man. You're a brilliant young boy. Why do you think...
I know how to pull a lever. So,
he not only does Kyle know how to pull levers, he knows how to read. So, why do you think, Papa, let me get this branding on point, why do you think that I park in the back of the parking lot?
To avoid other cars.
Because...
By parking by you, because you drive a big truck.
Thank you. Why the do other trucks have to park near me? What is this truck culture bullshit? What is this? Dude, I can't tell you how many times I've been driving and other fellas, other individuals, other men of truck culture feel the need to wave at me. My guy, I'm going to 7-Eleven. I'm barely cognizant that I'm driving. I'm not yeah, look at that super heavy double turbo diesel truck, how it feels to drive a Ford F-950. Fuck you. I park in the back in the parking lot where it's empty, and I come back and there's 3 trucks. And it's not even like that they're parked adjacent. My man, they're parked next to me.
It's like wild animals. It's like we see our kind.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, dude, it's like band kids in high school. Fellow band kid. And they run to it. Dude, I don't, and I'm sitting there going dude, I take the entire spot. That's why I park away, because I take the entire spot. Mm-hmm. Don't park next to me. I can barely get my doors open. Dude, I'm a big fella. You've seen me, Kyle. You know me. I'm a big hombre. I do not fit in little tiny spaces. And then like, dude, they're just bad. Just not a fun time. I don't get the honking thing either.
I don't
like,
know.
Dude, I park my car and I'm like, boop, boop. Like, you know, the like little boop, boop button thing? Like, boop, boop, boop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you make little honky honk. I locked my car, boop, boop. You know what I'm talking about? Boop, boop. So I do that. And then, like, at first I thought it was just a joke because I used to go to, like, a Walmart and just keep doing it just to piss people off. And eventually you'd get someone in, like, a Honda Civic. But now it's like, if I park and I go, boop, boop, another truck guy's like, boop, boop. And I'm like, what are you getting at? What do you like?
A dog.
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me!
Like a dog barking at each other.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like when you're home and like one dog barks, and for 35 minutes the whole block goes nuts. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Oh God, Kyle! Anything you want to talk about?
Not really.
How's the wife?
Wood wife.
Before we move on, a very special message. No, before we go on, I made a YouTube video. It's on YouTube. It's a video. It's a tier list video. I don't want to talk about it too much. I want you to go check it out. I want to do more with the channel. So please, go check it out. Go give it a look-see. Hey guys, we're going to get to the lore. Before we get to the lore, I got to thank the Patreon. Thank you to the Patreon, because of you guys, I can continue to yell. I can continue to have Kyle here. I can do more fun stuff. I like having the mic in my hand. I also kind of like being Italian and using all my fingies when I talk. So thank you guys. We got to thank the Patreon as per usual. Starting from the tippity top, we got to starting from the tippity top. We got to thank Noah. Thank you, Noah. After Noah is Danny. Thank you, Danny. After Danny, we have to thank Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. And then finally, we have to thank TP. Thank you, TP. Because of you guys, I can use my voice-changing sampler that I have in front of me for more than just voice-changing, and I can use these drums. Thanks. Love ya. So in the theme of the world collapsing in on itself, the threat of nuclear war being at our door, I'm playing 76, which is a sign of the end times. I asked the question. This one was different, right? I even put in the Discord, join the Discord if you want to hear any lore, but I put in the Discord a new channel, a new text channel that's just for the lore question of the week. So it's not just taking up general chat. And I wanted to do something different to commemorate the new channel. And I said, hey, what's the ugliest box art you've ever seen? And it was a tough one. And I had pretty much COVID, even though I didn't technically on paper have COVID. So I said to Kyle, pick one. Kyle picked the Tubby Master. Tubby Master had the Arkham City Game of the Year, which is one of the worst box arts ever. Here it is. It's on screen behind me now. It's the worst, and I hate it, and I love Arkham City. But I think that's like the copy I own too. Is that awful box art? There's one other that I'm going to put on screen right here. It's Fallout 4 and Rage. Let me just double check. No, I lie. It's Fallout 3 and Rage. But on the Game of the Year edition of Fallout 3, it's Fallout 3 box, Rage box, on an Xbox box that's then on an Xbox One and 360 box. It is the worst. Like, if somebody would have picked that, it was an instant win. Because I've never seen a more atrocious... Are you seeing this, Kyle?
Yeah.
I've never seen a more atrocious box art in my entire... I remember there was a Oblivion and BioShock one that was done perfectly. It was like right down the middle, and it was two great games for the price of one. But Tubby got it. The Tubby Master. The Tubster. The UK's own Tubarella with cheese, right? And he's picked before. So he did a very gentlemanly thing, and he said to somebody else, hey, who hasn't gotten it? You get it. And he gave it to Dylan Rod. Dylan Rod picked the free states from Fallout 76. So if you, yes, you, want to hear any lore in particular, no matter what it is, make sure you join the Discord. Once a week, I'll ask a question. First person to get the question right picks lore for the week. This week's lore are the free states from Fallout 76. Now, I'll be honest. I knew next to nothing about the free states. When I was playing with Kyle, I don't think we left, like, there's that highway, that really high bridge that's like right there, and there's like a cavern. We didn't leave there. I just wanted to build. I just wanted to make a Ron Goldman's lawyering offices. So the free states, an anarchist group in the U.S. from pre-war, fearing nuclear war and distrusting the U.S. government because of their ties to Vault-Tec, they made their own nuclear shelters, their own bunkers. In what is now known as the Mire on the map, that's where they have several of their bunkers. And within the region around Harper's Ferry, they also have that was also their, like, base of operations during their staging, during everything that they were trying to get together, was Harper's Ferry. Fun fact about Harper's Ferry, I've been there. Kyle, did you go there with school?
No.
Where did you go? You went to Gettysburg?
Yes, Gettysburg.
Cool. Here's another fun fact. I recently switched jobs, like I know I've said on here before. The one woman I work with is from West Virginia, and she told me the same year I went to Harper's Ferry, she worked there. And now we work together in Colorado. Like, let me just, like, this is very far from where we both were. That's a fun story. Harper's Ferry, for those who don't know, pre-war, real life, it's a tourist town. When I went there, I remember my friend bought a very expensive omelet. Like a very expensive omelet. Even for like 2013 or 14 when I was there, it was very expensive. And it's a tourist town. The entire import-export of that town is tourism. Right? Kyle, this sound familiar? Because of the free states moving in, it put a huge hindrance on the tourism. Now, here's this pseudo paramilitary group that I'll say in here a little later will then secede from the U.S. to make their own nation, the free states. That's bad for business when you got when I was reading, I get all my lore off of fallout.fandom.com, and when I read this, I kind of pictured like Alex Jones, like if Alex Jones had if he had kind of made his own like nation state, and he's like, we gotta take back from the government. They're taking all the radiation and making their frogs gay. Like, that's just the rad toads are becoming homosexuals. It's kind of what I got. I don't know if that's true. Made me laugh, though. Because of all this, they're deemed like a pseudo-terrorist group, which isn't good. You know, I don't want that on my LinkedIn. And most of the town refused to work with them. Most of the town said, we're not going to serve you. We're not welcome here. The people who have been there, the people that are exporting tourism. And the U.S. government put surveillance on these people. How threatening must you be as a bunch of just dudes with guns and sticks being like, the government, to have the government look after you? Like, not look after you. There's a whole anti-propaganda, or maybe there's a whole propaganda regiment that is put against the Free States. Behind me, I'm sure there's a poster too where it's like the Free State logo, but they made it look like the Chinese communists, and it's like the Free States is one step away from communism. It got so bad to the one point that the government actually seized property. They took the property on suspicious activity away from the founder. Now, Kyle, how would you say this name? Raleigh?
Like
Raleigh? Like, the dude's name is, I think it's Raleigh. Raleigh Clay. I knew an old man who didn't live far from me back home whose name was Raleigh, but I don't know if that's how it's spelled. But then I thought, is that the fat kid from from Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Raleigh Clay. I'm gonna put a meme up behind me real quick. I know, I'm sorry, editing me. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like we're gonna name our daughter Righefyile, pronounced rifle. Like, wow. That's what I see. So Raleigh tries to press charges against the government. And as a response to all of this, the Free States openly secede. They say, we are leaving the United States. We are making our own nation. In September 2077, they went to their bunkers and they said, we're going to wait for the bombs to fall. Good timing, because a month later, the bombs had fallen. The military was already completely stretched thin, so they just decided to ignore these people seceding and going into hiding, which made me think, I don't know if a secession has ever happened in the States, other than, no, there was the Civil War. But, I mean, I wonder if, like, on a smaller scale, like, if I just said, like, Dear Mr. President, like, written in crayon, Dear Mr. President, I am no longer part of this country. The land I have is now mine. And you can't tax me. Love, Vince. Do I get, like, the military at my door the next day? In 2079, the all clear gets put out, so the people of Appalachia know, okay, it's safe for us to leave. We can go. Raleigh Clay and the rest of the Free States, now, like I said, he's the leader. He takes him and his men, and they go to Harper's Ferry, and they fortify it. They make it a absolute fortress. And they make it a trading outpost, too, so people can come in, they can make sure that they're safe. They were helping people. Later on, in Charleston, they linked up with the responders and kind of had a little bit of a back and forth. They were trying to get things moving, shaking, grooving, rocking, rolling. In 2086, not even 10 years, just shy of 10 years, the arrival of the Scorched and the Scorcher. The arrival of the Scorcher Beast completely decimates what they have. Their little fortifications, their little this and that they have ready for everybody, and they actually have to leave Harper's Ferry. There's a woman by the name of Abigail Singer, who her and her father are working on the Scorch detection system. The detection system works, and this next part hurts me to say out loud, but info from the Brotherhood of Steel camps states that the Free States created Scorcher Beast lures where they could attract them in, disorient them, and then capture them. And this worked. This was a thing that worked for them. Abigail Singh is the last known Free State person, but her whereabouts are completely unknown. The Scorch detection system that she made was actually destroyed by a fella named David Thorpe, who wound up, him and some other raiders came in and destroyed the entire thing after he impersonated himself as another individual. That's about it. Behind me, throughout this entire segment, should have been some pictures of some paid atomic shop stuff that you can get, some flags or whatnot. That's about everything. That is lore. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging. I am still kind of getting over COVID. If I had it, I feel like I had it. Get a shot. I'm double vaxxed. I didn't get my booster, but I got the double vax, and I still got it. I think. I don't know. It felt like I had it. That headache, the COVID headache, I still kind of have. Kind of rocking, rolling with it. Hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are safe. Kyle, would you like to say anything before I outro this bad bitch?
Be careful out there. There's bears.
Did you see one recently?
No.
Oh.
But you never know.
You don't. That's a valid point. You never know. You never know. When you least expect it, they show up. And then you fall in love with them. And then they leave you. Goodbye, everybody. If you like our intro music, it's by Shane Ivers. You can get it at silvermansounds.com/freemusic/featherduster. Or just stop at Free Music. He's got a load of heaters there. Shout out to the Patreon one more time. Link in the description below to not only the Patreon if you want to help support, but there's also to a Discord, which I think you should show up to. think you should hang out. My Twitter, Kyle's Twitter, the show's Twitter. I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are safe. I know I've said it, but I mean it. I hope the weight of the world isn't too crushing. Even though the world's on fire, maybe we could find a little warmth in it. Say hello to your mother for me. Bye, everyone. Say bye, Kyle.
Oh, bye me.
Atomic Radio Hour Podcast. A Ghoulman Entertainment production.